Ugly. 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 All right. We live. We is live. How do I create a post for this? We are live. How many times am I going to say we are live? Today we're doing chapter 9, compressing and archiving. Ah, there it is. How do you like the new thumbnail? I think it's pretty good. Looks pretty nice. The other one wasn't so bad too. All right, let's get into this. I have the chapter pulled up here. All right, there it is. Chapter 9, archiving. What's going on? Okay, there we go. All right, let's start. Last chapter was chapter 8. We learned about bash scripting and all that. Okay, it was all nice. It was all fun and game. Now we're about to get into archiving and compressing. All right. I haven't created any other scripts since yesterday, so we're just gonna get into the chapter and start. I'm eating a lot of carrots. I don't know why. Because it's nice. Maybe I'm hungry. Okay, let's get into this. Mm. Hackers, let's get serious. All right, compressing and archiving. Hackers are often need to download and install new software, as well as send and download multiple scripts and large files. These tasks are easier if these files are compressed and combined into a single file. If you come from the Windows world, you will probably recognize this concept from the .zip format. which combines and compresses files to make them smaller for transferring over the internet or removable media. There are many ways to do this in Linux, and we look at a few of the most common tools for doing so in this chapter. We also look at the dd command, which allows you to copy entire drives, including deleted files on these drives. Nice. What is compression? Well, the interesting subject of compression could fill an entire book by itself. Probably, yeah. But but for this book, we only need to run to we only need to rudimentary understanding of the process compression, as the name implies, make data smaller, thereby requiring less storage capacity and making the data easier to transmit. For your purposes as a beginning hacker, it will suffice to categorize compression as either lossy or lossless. Oh, I remember reading about that. Lossy compression is very effective in reducing the size of files, but the integrity of the information is lost. In other words, the file after compression is not exactly the same as the original. This type of compression works great for graphics, videos, and audio files, where a small difference in a file is hardly noticeable. .mp3, .mp4, and .jpeg are all lossy compression algorithms. If a pixel is a .jpeg file or a single note in an mp3 file is changed, your eye or ear is unlikely to notice the difference. Though, of course, music aficionados will say that they can definitely tell the difference between an .mp3 and an uncompressed .flag file. The strength of lossy compressions are its efficiency and effectiveness. The compression ratio is very high, meaning the resulting file is significantly smaller than the original. However, lossy compression is unacceptable when you're sending files or software and data integrity is crucial. For example, if you are sending a script or document, the integrity of the original file must be retained when it is decompressed. This chapter focuses on this lossless type of compression, which is available from a number of old utilities and algorithms. Unfortunately, lossless compression is not as efficient as lossy compression, as you might imagine, but for the hacker, integrity is often far more important than compression ratio. Tearing files together. Usually, the first thing you do when compressing files is combine them into an archive. In most cases, when archiving files, you use the tar command. Tar stands for tape archive, a reference to the prehistoric days of computing when systems used tape to store data. The tar command creates a single file from many files, which then referred to as an archive, tar file, or tarball. Oh, I will want to use tarball. My gosh. I don't know. I don't know if it's my chain or whatever. Like, it's hurting from reading. For instance, you say you have three scripts. Say you have three scripts files, like the ones we used in chapter 8, named Hacker Arise, Hacker Arise 2, and Hacker Arise 3. If you navigate to the directory that holds them and perform a long listing, you can clearly see the files and details as expected, including the size of the files as shown here. So if you go to cd scripts, and do that, here they are. Let's say you want to send all three of these files to another hacker you're working with on a project. You can combine them and create a single archive file using the command in listing. tar -cvf hackers arise.tar hacker arise to. Okay, so we have like MySQL scan 2, MySQL scan 1. Let's zoom out a little bit and run that again. Okay, there, that's good. So what we can do is use tar -cfv cvf. The cvf, we can say MySQL scanning dot tar, and then after that we use the MySQL scan MySQL scan 2. All right, okay, and then we press MySQL 3 hacker rise 1. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So now let's long list MySQL scanning.tar. But that has more. Now has more like what is it? More storage. I don't know if it's megabytes or whatever it is. I cannot tell, man. I cannot tell. What can I say? I cannot tell. Okay. All right. So after that, let's read. What's next after that, sir? Okay. Let's break down this command to better understand it. The archiving command is tar. Let me write that down. To the master board. All right. We can take this one now. Okay, that was for permissions. chmod 755. Okay, so this is for compression, right? Okay, compression slash archiving. It is. All right, so it is tar -cvf. That's the first one that we've done so far. Okay. Okay. Let's break it down. Command tar. We're using here three options. The C option means create. Okay. V option, which stands for verbose and it's optional, list the files that tar is dealing with. And F means write to the following file. This last option will also work for reading from files. When we give the new archive file name you want to create from the three scripts, hackerarise.tar. Okay, hackerarise.tar. In full, this command will make all three files and create a single file out of them. When you do another long listing directory, you will see that it also contains the new .tar file as shown next. All right, that's what it did. That's what we got here. Okay. Note the size of the tar bar here is 49 bytes. When the three files are archived, tar uses significant overhead to perform this operation, whereas the sum of the three files before archiving was 35,000 bytes. After archiving, the tar bar has grown to 40,000 bytes. In other words, the archiving process has added over 5,000 bytes. Although this overhead can be significant with small files, it becomes less and less significant with larger and larger files. We can display these files from the tarball without extracting them by using the tar command with the -t content. Um, so tar, oh, oopsie. It is tar -xvf. So no, that's extracting. That's extracting. -t vf. I said my SQL scanning.tar. So that just lists the files that we have on it. The files that we have put together. Okay, archived, I guess. Okay, here we see the 3 original files and their original sizes. You can then extract those files from the tar bar using the tar command with the -x extract. Okay, so that one up there, it was the V is creates. Okay, so now we gotta differentiate. This is to create. Okay, tar dash V. No, I wonder it's V dash T dash T is the tar dash T. Yeah, tar dash CVF. Tar dash TVF is to view, and tar dash XVF is extract. Okay. View, extract. What else do we need? We probably need some. All right. Here we see our 3 original files. So you can extract all of those from the tar bar using the tar dash is to switch shown as below. Well, we don't want to do that unless if we send the files to another directory or to another person. So no need for that. Because you're still using the -v switch. Oh, I should probably like have, yeah, V means create, F means write, V create, C option means create, C is to create, V, which stands for process and is optional. Okay, CVF. This okay. C create. What was F again? F means to write. It means to write. Okay, so that's what those little where the letters means. So if we want to um so if we want to okay, yeah, to extract use X. So if we include V in there in the what was it again? V. Hold on. Dash V verbose switch. X is to extract. V switch, but you're still using V. This command will show. So let's shows that. I mean, let's make that. So to show this shows the files exclude excluded to hide file that is being archived or so. Okay. So if you wanted to, extract files and or archive files without knowing which ones you archived, you just remove it. All right, I probably will not want to do that because I want to see what I'm putting in and what I'm taking out. That does it silently. Okay, that's good to know, but no thanks. The files have been extracted into the current directory. You do long listing on the directory to double check. Note that by default, if an extraction file already exists, tar will remove the existing file and replace it with their extracted file. That's why I'm not gonna extract it because we already have it in there. All right, compressing file. Now we have one archiving. The tar was for archiving. All right, let me specify that. Let me specify that. Archive. Archive. Compressing. Okay. Compression. All right. Compressing files. Now we have one archived file, but the file is bigger. Um, pressing file, but that file is bigger than the sum of the original file. What if you want to compress those files for ease of transport? Linux has several commands capable of creating compressed files. Compressed files, we will look at these. We have gzip, which uses the extension .tar, .gz, or .tgz. We have bzip2, which uses the extension .tar, .bz2. And we have compress, which uses the extension .tar.z. All right, so let's write those down. We got gzip, zzip, little bit of z's, a bunch of z's. Okay, we got gzip, bzip2, bzip2, and compress. Okay, all right. We have those. These are all reppable, capable of compressing our files, but they use different compression algorithms and have different compression ratios. Therefore, we'll look at each one and what it's capable of. In general, compress is the fastest, but the resulting files are larger. bzip2 is the slowest, but the resultant files are the smallest, and gzip falls somewhere in between. The main reason you, as a binding hacker, should use all three methods is that when accessing other tools, you will run into various type of compression. Therefore, this section shows you how to deal with the main method of compression. All right, maybe I should, you know. Okay, so compress is fast but large. Um, uh, zip is slow but slow. Okay, compress, uh, fast and large. McDonald's. Um, B zip two is what? B zip. Where is it? The fastest. B zip two slower, and smaller. B zip two in between. In between. Okay. Okay. Compressing with gzip. Gzip. This section shows you how to deal with the main method of compression. Hey, man. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. I was freezing in place. Frozen in place. Whatever. But where was that again? Okay. Yeah. Compressing with gzip. Let me see. Compressing with gzip. Okay. I see. Oof, it's kind of tired a little bit. All right. Let's try gzip. GNU zip. First, as it is the most commonly used compression utility in Linux, you can compress your Hacker Arise file by entering the following. Make sure you're in directory that holds the archive first. Hold on. Let me see if huh. I wonder if I can duplicate this archiving file so I can see the differences. Let's see how to duplicate. Hey, Hey, man, do you know the what's it called? The commands to duplicate a directory, or just a file? Do you know it? Maybe I don't have to go and ask Google right now, but so I was thinking I duplicate like this like 3 times. This file over here, 3 times. Yeah, I guess to copy and paste, copy and paste. There was one like at the beginning of the book and stuff, but I remember the ones that I knew. It was like it will copy and then it will delete the previous one. But I want to like duplicate it, like have a copy of it. Just change the file name slightly. Okay. What's the command again? I do not know the command. I do not forget. I do not remember that command. Mm, ah, all right. CP file and then file name. MySQL scanning.tar. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Mm-mm. How to copy file in Linux terminal. Basically, how to duplicate. I'm not okay. If I run the following command: cp source file and then destination file. Oh my gosh! With the file name and you want to duplicate, replace destination file. Okay, so I guess we go back here. So CP copy that and then change the other one to MySQL scanning 2.tar. Let's see, ls. There we go. That works. Yeah, CP name for file and then yep, that worked. Oh, I'm not on YouTube, so I can't really like to post the. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can do that here. Yep. All right. Okay. So that's that. Let me copy it once again. Can I copy like? Can I copy it like more than 2 times? I mean, like if I write it like that, then I write another one over here too. Well, this is where you kind of check that if you can do that. 4.tar. No, it looks like not. Looks like you cannot do that. All right. But now I have 3 of these, so we can try. Yeah, we can try all the what they're called again, the compressions. So we start with gzip. So let's do gzip SQL scanning dot tar. Okay. Oh sure, I didn't check the before. The before it was 10 to 40. Now it will be mysql.tar.gz. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, that's a lot. That did a lot. That did a lot. Um. Okay. Like that. Okay. Gzip works good. Okay. Let's try gzip first. It's the most common. It's the older. Okay. Notice that we use the wildcard. Oh no. Yeah. It's chapter 9, page 96. Oh no. I did not use the wildcard. Wildcard for the first extension. This tells Linux that the command should apply to any file that begins with hacker arise with any file extension. You will use similar notation for the following example. When we do a long listing on directory, we can see that the hacker star has been replaced by hacker.gz, and the file size has been compressed to just 3,299 bytes. I guess it doesn't matter since maybe that was just in the past. You had to do that. Maybe now you don't have to do that. Okay. Yeah. All right. We can. Okay. When we can then compress that same file by using the gunzip command. What's short for gzip unzip? Okay. Let's use that. Gunzip. I like this one. I like this one. Compression files. Oh, hold on. Did I? My gosh. Okay. Okay. This keeps on like. Okay. I have to click on it or something. Okay. There we go. All right. So we're going to unzip MySQL scanning the tar.gz. Okay, now LSL. Okay, that's fast. Like, ta 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 ta, just like that. All right. Now let's run it back again. I like it when it was compressed. I don't have a lot of storage. I didn't put in a lot of storage on here, so I like it that it's like that. Once I'm compressed, the file is no longer saved with the genzip extension. Okay, extension, but with the .tar extension instead. Also notice that it's returned to the original size. Compressing with bzip2. All right. Another widely used compression utility in Linux is bzip2, which works similarly to gzip but has better compression ratios, meaning the resulting file will be even smaller. You can compress gzip like by entering bzip2 bzip2 mysql scanning dot mysql scanning 2 dot star. I don't think I gotta do that. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna put that wild card as he said. BZ2. Hey, that's not smaller. Is it because we did? No, hold on. Let me guess. Is it gonna be on BZ2? No, doesn't look like it. Bonzi. Oh, I like these names. BonZB2. BonZip. All right. MySQL.r can be open. Oh, BonZip to that BZ2. Without its previous okay, so here's 10 to 40. All right, I want to see what the size was before that. Yeah, it was 10 to 40. So like this one was supposed to be much better, was it not? Even smaller. Yeah, it's supposed to be even smaller. So why is it not smaller? Why are you not smaller, brother? Why is you not smaller? Yeah, it's not smaller than GZ. I don't know what this guy was cooking, but yeah, I think he burned the whole stove. when you do a long listing, you can see that Busy has compressed the file down to just 281. Also note that the file extension is now Busy2. So I'll compress the blah blah blah. Okay, when you do the file return to original name is extension. Exactly. Compressing with compress. Okay, probably what I will be using a lot. Scanning 3.tar. All right. ls. Ugh. Ugh. That did not compress that well. I mean, like, oh, hold on. I think this is also hiding that thing. It did not do a good job. Like, look at that. It's a nice name, Bonzip. You know, Bonzip. It's not. It's not. But yeah. So now look at this now. So this was compression with gzip, and then this was gzip2. Is it gzip2? Yeah, gzip, and then bzip2. If you used bonzip that it compresses. Okay, yeah. And then with compress, I mean, I was expecting it to be like, from what it says, like compress it's the fastest, but like it doesn't compress that well. So I guess that does make sense. That does make sense, but I'm gonna be using gzip a lot. Gzip a lot it is. All right. Hey, type something at the prompt. Hold on. Wait, is that a command? FC dash L. FC dash L. Oh, so does that show like the previous commands? Does that show the previous commands? Oh, nice. Nice, Uru. Oh, that's nice to know. FC.L. Oh, shit, where did my green one go to? FC.L dash L. History. Okay. That's something good to know. Yep. All right. Anyways, next. All right. Let's see. Compressing with bzip, compressing with compressor, la la la. Now that the compress utility reduced the file to just to 5,000, more than twice the size of bzip2. Also note that the file's extension now is .z. Uncompress, you can also, okay, just that and that. Creating bit by bit or physical copies of storage devices. Within the world of information security and hacking, one Linux archiving command stands. When one Linux archiving command stands above the rest in its usefulness, the dd command. dd command makes a bit by bit copy of a file system, or even an entire hard drive. This means that even deleted files are copied. Yes, it's important to know that your deleted files may be recovered. Yes, you can never delete anything. You just can just maybe like replace it, override it, making for easy discovery and rediscovery. Deleted files will not be copied with the most logical copying utilities such as CP. Once a hacker has owned a large system, target system, the dd command will allow them to copy the entire hard drive or a storage device to the system. In addition, those people whose job it is to catch hackers, namely forensic investigator, will likely use this command to make a physical copy of the hard drive with deleted files and other artifacts that might be useful for finding evidence against the hacker. It's critical to know that dd command should not be used for typical day-to-day copying of files and storage devices because it is very slow. Other commands do the job faster and more efficiently. It is, though, excellent when you need a copy of storage device without file name or other logical structures, such as in forensic investigation. The basic syntax for dd command is as follows: dd if dash input file of equals output file. Okay. So if you wanted to make a physical copy of your flash drive, assuming the flash drive is SDB, we'll discuss the designation more in chapter 10. You would enter the following: dd if dash def dash the SDB of equals slash root slash flash copy. Okay. Will I ever need to? Well, yes, but well, if I really need to, like, copy the whole directory or like a whole file. I mean, yes, 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 and yes. Uh, I'm not gonna use it right now because I don't need to do that. I got nothing, but it's something to keep in mind of. Let's break down this command. dd in your physical copy command if the designates your inputs if, or is it designate? How about we just continue reading? Representing your file or flash drive in the /def designates the output, blah blah blah. Numerous options are available to use the dd option command, and you can do a bit of research on this. Let me see. dd Can I do man dd? Okay. Okay. But among the most useful are no error option and the BS block size option. As the name implies, the non-error option continues to cap even if errors are encountered. The BS option allows you to determine the block size, the number of bytes read/write per block of the data being copied. By default, it is set to 512 bytes, but it can be changed to speed up the process. Typically, this will set the sector size of the device, most often 4 kilobytes, which with those copies, your command will look like this. As mentioned, it's worth doing a little more research on your own, but it's good introduction to the command and its usage. All right, that's the whole chapter 9. It was another short one. Let's see. right there. There's a short one. Let's see. DD page. Copy a file, convert BS equals bytes, read and write up to bytes. Default 5 and 12 override the APIs. CPA bytes converts bytes at a time. Coms converts the files as per comma, separated simple list, and copy only and input blocks. Ah, got a lot. Written by Paul Rubin. My gosh, it's not ending. Finally! Q. Alright. That's number 9. Chapter 9. We got to it. Okay. What is number chapter 10 about? File system and storage management. Oh, looks like chapter 10 might be another short one. What's chapter 11 about? Hey, which chapter are you on, man? The logging system. Yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Honestly, I'm just lazy for today. But we just did now chapter 9. That was compression. And what was the FC dash L again? Which chapter are you on? You know that command you just showed me? That's a powerful command right there. It is a powerful command. Or what is it called? Commands? Yeah, there are commands. I don't know. I'm done for today. I'm a little bit tired. I was just wondering what chapter you're on, so maybe we could oh, that's nice. That's a good way to do it. Honestly, like I mean there's like a website on YouTube was reference with the other sources based on what author covers. That's nice. That's nice. I mean a lot of time it's like if you can like with books like this really the best way to like do a lot of this stuff is by just doing them. So if you can have like a list of commands and their purposes or slash like a short description of what they do, and then you just start doing them, like you just start practicing them on files, stuff like that. But also there's also YouTube, you know there it's also there that. So just like with the command that you show me, right? What other commands do you and ask your question you did already. Hey, you made. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I. Yeah, I made it. Oh, it's nice that you mentioned that. It's nice that you mentioned that. I was actually going to like mention it, just so we can what is it called? Linux. Ah, yep, there it is. Yep, I see it. I see it. Yeah, Linux books, Kali books, hacking books, what kind of books in particular? Like any books really. Like Linux and Kali books. Also networking and hiking books. If you know anything about that part, you know, those type of books. I have this book. I picked up this book that we're reading, and also like a how to secure like a. Hold on, let me go bring it. Cloud, like what's it called? Cloud security. The book is called Cloud Security. It's also by these guys too. So like, oh yeah, no, I was saying the book that I got that I have or was or got together with this was this the Linux Basics for Hackers and then the Cloud Security by the same guys. So those are the type of books. So like Linux, Kali, and networking book and hacking books. Basically, that's my main thing that right now that I wanna learn. Yeah, no, I was asking what other commands do you know that you can type in the chat that we can see. The ones that you know and use or have used. The like dfc/l. Ooh, I guess the chat is not that uh delayed, that much delayed. To see your storage drives. Oh yeah, that one. One thing that I do you know any commands that let me try this. Do you know any commands that can show more than like bytes? You know, like I want to see kilobytes or megabytes instead of just bytes. Like I don't want to see, I don't want to learn. I mean, I don't want to read 10 4,000 10 400 or whatever, something like that. Like on Windows, it will tell you like you have 10 megabytes, you have a terabyte, you have these bytes, something like that. Oh, also, don't forget to drop a like. I do not know how I can what is it, like promote this channel. So maybe we could have like ls, yeah, like like, yeah, something like that. But we're gonna know it. I don't know how I can promote this channel. I just started it, so like, well, not just, I created like in 2022. I don't know. I'm not on Discord, so like I haven't gotten the chance to like promote it elsewhere, everywhere. But yeah, well, I think I'm gonna end it for here today. I have another book that I want to read, but like it's like a business book. But I don't know if if you're interested in that, or if anybody else is interested in that. I want to read it first and then see how good it is. You know, I am broadening my knowledge and what's it called, and skills. The things like that. Ls. No, I'm gonna look into those other comments. I want to have a list of all comments, as you can see, like over here. I try to have a list of comments of a lot of commands that I can be using fast. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow or on Saturday when we do chapter 10. I'm gonna try if we can also cram in like a little bit of chapter 11 too. But yeah, as always, thanks for joining me, and see you next time, man. And everybody else who's watching this is in live. All right, see you.